So it's fake, but you already probably knew that because the original leaker already came out with a video showing how he faked it in Photoshop. And that obviously is the basis on which I made this. I'm sorry if I got some people's hopes up, but it seems most people were against this kind of design, so maybe it's just a relief to hear that it's fake. Basically, my brother and I, we run this company where we have a laser cutter and 3D printer, and I thought it would be funny to see how easy it would be to recreate that Photoshop leak in real life. It turns out it's pretty easy. I'm gonna show you how I did it. So here it is, close up. As you can see, it's the quote-unquote screen is pretty glossy. It's black acrylic that's laser cut and put into this 3D printed base, and which is just spray painted basically. And these analog knobs are basically part of the same 3D printed base. They just stick up through the plastic here, and they are just spray painted with plasti dip to make them look like rubber. It's kind of coming apart right now, but you can see how it's not quite the same as this, which is just matte black spray paint. And these are just made on a label printer, or actually not one of those real cheap ones. It's one of those that prints on a wider roll, but I made it on purpose to make it look like it was made on those Dymo machines. But that might have been a mistake because people really said it looked fake because it said this confidential property on it. But I googled Nintendo dev kits, and many of these actually had these on it, but it wasn't quite the same. But I thought I would add it, and this unit 2 thing I just kind of made up, I don't know. And this piece of tape was on the original leak, so I just added it to the same place. Also had this paint bubble right here, so that's why I had the unit 2 right there to hide that. And the camera is just the same piece of black plastic as the screen. That's the 3.5mm jack, which is just a hole, nothing more. Added this to the back, but the back looks really quite fake, so I didn't take any photos of that anyway. Wouldn't need to add some screw holes and maybe some panels for battery or something to make it look more real. And the top doesn't have any connectors, so that's why I didn't photograph that at all. And these roller wheels are actually just a triangle. It's just this part that's round. It doesn't go in any deeper than that. It's just formed like a triangle basically, and it's just glued in. And then that isn't even painted, it's just straight out of the 3D printer. So that's it. NX controller. Turns out this design is very uncomfortable after all. Or I don't know, the sticks would need to be maybe here, not here, or the rollers, I mean. The sticks, I don't know, maybe they should be here. Anyway, I don't think this design would really work. But it looks kinda cool, I guess. So this is in Fusion 360 where I modeled this controller from that image. And it's actually pretty simple since it's just an oval basically. Yeah, didn't take more than an hour or so to model. Then I printed it out in our Formlabs 3D printer. Used black resin, but could have been whatever color since I painted it anyway. Removed it from the build platform. then soaked it in isopropanol, get rid of the extra resin. Then I removed it from the supports, and yeah, it looks pretty rough at this point, so I need to wait for it to harden, and then I started with some really rough grit sandpaper and worked my way up the grits to get a smoother surface. Then I went to wet sanding, and then I used this, I don't know what it's called in English, but it's to get the sticks, and then really fine paper at the end. Use some compressed air to get rid of the water. Then I paint it. Make sure to cover the sticks because they would have the rubber, as you can see here, and covered the rest of it. And that went down really easy. Then I laser cut the screen and also the camera module. It has tape on the back, so it's you can stick it in. And I had to route the edges so it sits flush on the bottom of the print, otherwise it'd stick up a bit. And I just removed the protective paper from the tape and just stuck it in there. It was really, it's pretty tight fit, but it fit. Then I glued in the rollers. And I removed the protective plastic from the acrylic, and it's done. And yeah, and stickers too. Thanks for watching.